how do you think about the power of storytelling? What's a framework that you use, and how are you bringing that to life at WeWork? Maybe with a couple of examples that you've applied since you've been there, or just generally how you're applying it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I think, yeah, storytelling is such a powerful mechanism to inspire and to motivate and to bring ideas and experiences to life. And I learned a lot through the power of storytelling through when I was running the transformation theme for LinkedIn a couple years ago. So every year we focus on one culture or value, and we try to really to try to drive that home across our global sales organization. And a couple years ago, it was the idea of transformation, and we thought early on, how do we bring this idea of transformation to life? We're going to define it, but also we're going to bring it to life through storytelling. So we're going to create a framework for transformation, and then we're going to share that through stories throughout the entire year.
Cool.
And the culture of transformation at LinkedIn, we talk about it as like transformation of self, company, and world. And there was a particular story of transformation that was really powerful. This woman in Australia, she really struggled early on in her role, and she also struggled at home. Her son was very sick, and she had to kind of overcome both of those challenges, and she was able to do that through the people that she worked with and her leader, and through the support of the people that she worked with. And she told this fascinating story that ended up with her son becoming very healthy through support, as well as her becoming very successful in her role. And through that story, people were able to understand how people's lives can be transformed both personally and professionally. And one way that I'm bringing that to WeWork is right now in the moment, we feel like there's a lot on our shoulders. Like we're at a stage of the company which it's just where there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
and an exercise that I'm
massive compounding growth, $47 billion valuation, pre-IPO, rapid growth with employees, like tons of stuff on your shoulders. Lots of spotlight as well. I totally get it. That makes sense.
Exactly. So among all that, it's hard to keep your eye on like the future, right? And I try to always think about that. Like think about the story that we're going to be able to tell a year, 2, 5 years from now. And there's an exercise that I like to do that I'm going to be doing with my leadership team coming up, which is, I might be getting the name wrong, but I think it's called like doom or boom storytelling, right? So what we want to do is like, we're each going to tell a story around 2 paths. Let's tell a story about, let's just say this gets screwed, right? Where this is going to be a doom. Like what goes wrong? Okay, we're going to hire the wrong people. We're going to miss all of our sales targets. We're going to lose our culture, and I think I want to hear those stories of like where things go wrong. And then a story of where things go really well, right? If we're going to be really successful in the next year or two, what has to go right? Well, we brought great people on board. We were selling some of the biggest contracts ever, or whatever it is. And what that does is it helps us like really illustrate and picture, what the stories could look like. More importantly, I think it helps us identify the trends in the bad story that we want to make sure we get ahead of now. So there's always like common trends you start to see in these like, these really bad stories. It's like, cool. What can we do to resource and get ahead of these right now so this doesn't happen? Cool. Let's do that. And then like the story that goes really well, like kind of like focusing on strengths, right? Like let's make sure we like double down on those efforts. Whatever's going really well, how do we invest more time and resources in that? So I think power of storytelling is really important to kind of bring experiences to life, as well as like thinking ahead of what you want your stories to be. Let's think about those on two different tracks, and let's learn from both of those.